I think Belgium is one of the places where transition is really on fire. This is Rob Hopkins, and I just would like to say hello to everybody in Namur and to all the people here who are working so hard for Namur to really be an example to Belgium and to the rest of the world. The transition movement started in 2005, 2006, and there are now transition groups in 50 countries around the world, in thousands of places. Well, I like to think of transition as being a network of communities who are reimagining and rebuilding the world. For me, Belgium is one of the most exciting places where transition is happening in the world. There's a fantastic network here called Réseau Transition who supports those groups, and I come quite regularly to Belgium to meet and visit groups, and I see so many really ambitious, really inspiring stories that transition groups are doing. I think the student strikes for climate are one of the most important things that are happening anywhere in the world at the moment. I get so much inspiration from them. For me, as somebody who has been involved in fighting around climate change for 20 or 30 years, I feel like the reinforcements have arrived. I would put some of the success of the transition movement down to the fact that people recognize that if we are going to make the changes that we have to make in the next 10 years, we will make them together. A lot of those changes need to start from communities. I think people are really hungry for a response that are about people coming together and working together in a time where we see so much division. I think part of that transition story is really, really important. To stop flying. I gave up flying in 2006, and the amount of carbon that we produce when we go, even on short flights, is really just not compatible anymore with what we need to do. Second, I would say try to eat less meat, try to move to a more plant-based diet. The beauty of that is that you'll discover all kinds of amazing, delicious, wonderful seasonal meals that you might not have encountered before. And number three, get involved, do something. Whether you're getting involved in the youth strikes, in Extinction Rebellion, whether you're getting in supporting your local currency, whatever you're doing, get involved with this. So I just wrote a book called From What Is to What If, which is published in October in English and in French next April. It's a book about imagination because I think that at the very time in history when we need to be at our most imaginative, our imaginations seem to be shrunk because we are very anxious and we spend so much time on our phones. So the book is really about how do you rebuild a culture's imagination? Because fundamentally, if we can't imagine something first, then we can't create it. And so if climate change is a failure of the imagination, then actually what we need now is a revolution of the imagination.